What's up, guys? Uh, welcome, welcome to Devil's Advocate live stream. What's up, guys? Uh, hope the start of your week has been well today. Hope you guys had a good start of the week. So, um, let's see. What do I want to say before we get started? Just again, like I always want to be humble and just say thank you for all the support of any kind. Watching my videos, liking them, subscribing or commenting on my videos. Thank you for all the support. So that is a very big thing. I always want to make known that I'm very grateful for all the love. You know what? I'm even grateful for the hate. Right? I've been last few videos that came out. I got a couple of hates, so hey, I don't mind. I don't mind. Hate is better than you don't care at all. So, but okay, so like the um title of the stream, have women been the reason society became so much worse than the past? Now, I've said this plenty of times before. I think women have destroyed the dating market. I think women have. I'll probably go over it again, but I mean, within this, but I think women have destroyed the dating market. Now, I think women. I'm not saying women, all women, but I think a good chunk of women, excuse me, have contribute to, in my opinion, how society currently is really not that great. I think women have been a big factor in the downfall of Western society. I'll go into that with the clips I have prepared later on. So anyway, like always, before I'll probably touch on it throughout the stream, but before I get to the actual clips that are the focus of the stream, but like always, let's start with a Kendra G reaction. I always like to do that. All right, so let's start out with a Kendra G reaction video. All right, it's always good. So I just picked one and let's check it out. Let's see if it's good.
Kendra. Okay. Oh, this is looking ugly. Okay, we gotta go into my room. My forehead looking big. Okay, well, let's go. It'll look better in there. Okay. It will still look a little big, but whatever.
What's your name, baby?
So my outside name, my street name is Holiday, but my real name is Kayla.
Say it again. Your name is Kayla?
Yes.
Kayla, how old are you?
I'm 25.
25.
Am I alone in this? If she said that she has a street name, I think that's a red flag. I think she's a poor quality woman. I mean, just off of that, what she just said.
Really? 25. Okay, where you calling me from?
Cali.
Cali.
Capital.
What part?
Yeah, I live in the capital. So if you know, you know.
Okay, the capital of California. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Gemini.
Gemini. You have any kids?
No, I have 2 cats.
Okay. What do you do for a living?
I am a luxury companion.
A what, honey?
A luxury companion.
What's a luxury companion?
Basically, it's kind of like a sugar baby.
So men pay you to spend time with them?
Yes, I get paid to go on vacations, go to work events, go to dinner, hang out and stuff.
And what type of men pay you to do these things?
All
being 25, right? Her being 25, I think this is what I'm saying. I mean, the idea of what I'm saying, how women are, one, destroying the dating market. I mean, like I've been recently insulted, calling me like potbelly and ugly and what women's checking for me, but I have been propositioned quite a few times by younger women, like 20, 21, 22, to be sugar babies. Uh, I'm not really into, having sugar babies, so I turned those down. But I mean, I don't know about other men, okay? But I'm surprised how many times I've been propositioned for a girl wanting to be a sugar baby, be my sugar baby. I'm not like rich or anything, but I mean, I think if you have any kind of money, they will try to get anything. So it's I think that mindset right there with a lot of women, at least especially a lot of the younger women, what type of man you think you're gonna be getting? Especially, let's say, in the future, where now a lot of these younger women have a history, or they might most likely have a history of being someone's sugar baby. Yeah, I don't know what type of men they think they will be getting in the future, or what type of men will see them as, right? How men will see these women as.
All types of races, all types of ages. Yeah.
Do you
It
have
was,
sex with them?
huh?
Do you have sex with them too?
Some of them.
Okay, so just curious, what are you looking for tonight on my show?
Well, like, I would like to find my perfect match. Like,
She's looking for new clients. This is what, like, how she's coming on this show, this single thing, talking about she's a sugar baby, pretty much an escort in some senses. And now, what type of man you think she'll be getting? Like, I cannot imagine any good man seeing that. Yeah, older men. I can't see any good man seeing that this is a good option. Now, I don't know about the players and the bad boys wanting seeing this as a good option because you're gonna have to pay for it, but they may pay for it too. So, but I can't imagine you think that any man sees this as relationship material.
I haven't dated since I've been doing this type of work. I've been doing this type of work for about like a year, and I haven't dated since because I feel like if it's a good guy, that's not fair to him. But like usually out here in Cali, like I only encounter like, am I allowed to say cuss words?
Yeah, sure.
I mostly like be encountering hood niggas, so I feel like it's not really worth me to not do the type of work and I don't tell them I do. Um, but so it's like,
I think people can get the vibe. Again, what type of men this woman thinks she'll be attracting? She won't be attracting good men. I just don't think so. I mean, sometimes I think that it's a vibe, a sense that good men see that this will bring chaos.
why bother getting a job if I'm just gonna encounter guys that aren't worth me getting a real job? But also too, I need to let it be known I can easily get a real job. I've had 26 jobs and I've only gotten 2.
You're 25 and you had 26 jobs so far?
Yes, I
What
have.
kind of jobs? What kind of jobs have you had?
Some have been real jobs like marketing, um, administrative assistant, stuff like that. Some have been little BS jobs like, just assistant manager at retail or working at a hotel or whatever. So I've had a lot. I get jobs really easily, but I've been on my own since I was 18, and I I was just kind of always struggling. So I didn't want to struggle no more. But I'm still like very educated. I have a college degree. I have a degree in marketing. I'm very well educated. It's just like I don't like to struggle. So yeah.
So let's take it from here. So Kayla's 25. She's in California, no kids. Her job is a luxury companion. BK is sugar baby. So you're looking for a man you could be in a relationship with.
Yes. So I grew up very, very traditionally. So I know for a fact I would be the perfect wife. Like I cook, I clean, I know how to treat a man well.
You know, men care about a woman's like past. How's that? If you have such, first of all, let's go with uh the whole 26 whatever jobs at 25. That shows you that you have poor work ethic. You possibly have poor attention span. So really, that will translate into your real life, right? Into your personal life. So you probably won't be loyal. You won't stay with a man for long. I don't think so. You probably get bored with a man. So please, men, you got to understand, their women's life, women's past matters because you can read a lot about who she is. So even just like I said, just the jobs alone, 26 jobs at 25, you can tell that she must have poor work ethic. So, and like I said, poor attention span. And here's the thing: a woman that would go into a life of being a sugar baby, pretty much, I guess, an escort in a sense, too. She's not morally sound. She will leave you for the right amount. That's how it is. Because she's fine with giving her body straight up for money, straight up for materialism. That right there, throw more morality out the window. Throw principles out the window. So really, this is that type of woman. You can already see the red flags. You can already see the type of person she is. So really, her cooking and cleaning means what? Because she's shown no true stability in that. It's not like you've been cooking and cleaning for a man for years on end. You're 25. You don't have that much experience like that.
So my goal, like my dream, I would like to find a man and like, we date and then we get married and then we have children, and I want to get my real estate license and then be a real estate agent slash housewife.
So in this process, are you still going to be a sugar baby to other men?
Absolutely not. No
Okay.
way. The
So you're
reason,
willing to,
because I want a good guy. I want a good man. And that's not going to be fair to a good man. But also, too, I have to let this be known as well, because they're going to assume like, oh, she's, sugar baby. She's been ran through. Actually, 25, I didn't lose my virginity until I was 20 years old.
well, how many men have you slept with since you turned 20?
I don't know. I haven't counted, but it hasn't been that many.
If you, it's easy to count to 5. It's easy to count to 5. Right? It's easy to count to 5. If she can't even remember 5 men, then obviously it's definitely more than 5. And with women, they lie a lot. So most likely more than 20. I mean, great that you haven't. I mean, it means what that you didn't lose your virginity until 20? You most likely made up for it. So this woman's ridiculous. It's like, so what? So what that you didn't lose your virginity until later in life or later in your life? you most likely made up for it, and most likely made up for it with either terrible men or men that pay you for it. How's that attractive to good men? Absolutely ridiculous.
Okay, let me
I
get
can't
to
do
know a couple.
I love you so much.
Kayla, wait, hold on. Let's take it from the top. So you mentioned a good guy a couple times. What kind of man are you looking for?
So, number one, I want him to be God-fearing. Believe it or not.
Are you kidding me? This is why I have a rule. My rule is that any woman that says she wants a God-fearing man is a big red flag. Why? Because she's a hypocrite. Literally a sugar baby, selling her body for money, right? For materialism. Absolute insanity.
Yes, I'm sinning. The only sins I commit is drinking alcohol and having premarital sex, but I'm all about God. So please also be about God.
What's the example? You already gave 2 examples against it. What's the example that you're about God? I doubt this woman is a churchgoer. This is why, I'm sorry, this is why men have left the church. This right here is an example of modern women. And I guarantee you, her mother taught her like this. Her mother, most likely, shoot me if I'm wrong, is a single mom and taught this woman how to be like this. It's like, this is why men have left the church. Because men see the hypocrisy in it. How can you be a God-fearing woman and then spew all this and live this kind of life? How? It's unbelievable to me.
You know, just try. Just try. You don't got to be rich, but you got to have your own everything, because I have my own everything. And I would prefer,
Most likely thanks to men.
if he didn't have children. But if he's older, then I understand, like, hey, you have children. But, like, I prefer if he didn't. Yeah. I'm not that picky. My favorite type of men are Spanish speakers, but I don't know if there's any Spanish speakers that watch your show, because I ain't never seen them on here before.
Now, Kayla.
What?
You know, sat your ass up here and told us you a luxury companion. Men pay you to be their woman, and at times you give them intimacy. Now, we ain't trying to sit here and not be judgmental and listen, but the first quality you want in your guy is God-fearing.
But But don't you think that, like, those men are also having premarital sex?
Listen, it's for each their own, and I try my hardest not to be judgmental, but it doesn't align. Like, to me, a God-fearing woman is looking for what they might consider a virtuous woman. And I don't think a God-fearing man that's looking for his virtuous wife would consider a woman who's a sugar baby who goes out with other men to be their woman for the weekend, the month, or whatever. I don't think that's the law of attraction alignment.
You know what, Kendra? I think you're absolutely right. And that's probably why, despite the fact that I'm well-spoken and educated, I haven't found my perfect match, because God's not going to bless me with that, because why would he? Because I'm not living that type of life.
Well, I mean, we blame everything on God at times, but I think it's just what you would attract. Like, the energy you're giving out is not that type of energy. You're giving out, like you said, you're a sugar baby currently. You know, there's a lot of titles for that, but we'll run with sugar baby. So I feel like men who are seeking like wives, they want their wives to be sacred. I'm not saying that you can't. I mean, there's a lot of You know, shouts Kim Kardashian. She was on a whole sex tape and got married 3 times, child. So it can happen. You know, I'm not God. I can't put it in a box. But I will say, it's just, you know, to say God fearing is the first major quality after you told us what you do, it just seemed kind of crazy.
Maybe also too, as far as that, that's actually kind of new. Like I've only been focused on my faith for the last few months because I realized like a few months ago that I don't want to live this life anymore because I'm getting older. So it's also new for me. So it is like a contradiction. So it's like, girl, you're saying that this is what you want, but you got to start living that life. But at the same time, it's like, I don't want to struggle. But, you know, I do
But you said
understand.
you could get other jobs if you wanted other jobs.
I just feel like it's never enough.
Because I'm quite sure you're getting paid well doing what you do.
Yeah. And like, you know, Kendra, I'm
Well, let
sorry.
me ask you this on a real talk. Why couldn't you settle down with one of you know, your professional companion, the men that are paying you? Why can't you close the deal with that person who obviously got the money that could pay you to be there one time? Or I don't know. I don't know how your schedule works. I don't know if you got men in rotation, but why haven't you closed the deal with one of those men?
They be having issues. They be having a lot of issues. And who's to say, you know, if they understand that all you have to do is like go on a website, the Sugar Baby website, and find a girl. What if he gets tired of me and then he goes on there and finds another one? You feel me? Like that's the type of man I want.
What are your deal breakers? We got some paid questions for you, but let me continue with mine first. What are your deal breakers?
Okay. It's okay selling, no violent
Wait, your
crimes.
phone was going in and out. Your phone was going in and out.
Oh, sorry. It's okay if you have like a criminal past, but nothing as far as like rape or murder. I can't do that. I need you to.
Why? 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 She just said it's okay if you had a criminal past. Why? I can't understand women. I really can't. I mean, it's that women can say, I want a man that is 6 feet and over. 6 feet and over, about 15% of the population. I want a man 6 feet and over. I want a man that makes 100K, about 20% of men. They can say those for rare men, right? Those qualities, those standards for rare men. Yet, how can you say it's okay if you have a criminal past? It's like, why are women's standards so ridiculous? Like, you want rare men and you're fine with criminals. I just don't understand.
Respect women. Like if you have a mom but you don't get along with her, I can't do that because that means you have mommy issues. Dealt with that in the past. I don't like that one. You have to believe in God.
All right, let's get to some of your paid questions.
Yeah.
You said something about mommy issues. Let's do this one. Zoe T said, giving lunatic vibes. Her father was missing growing up. Why do y'all come up here embarrassing yourselves, annoying Kendra? She high on something. Now you mentioned men have mommy issues. Some people think you have daddy issues.
That's not true. I actually was mostly raised by my father. And he's my best.
Yo, if she was raised by her father, mostly, that guy, he needs to. I'm sorry. He did a poor job. I'm sorry. He did a poor job. Because if he taught, if his daughter, who he raised, think it's okay to sell my body for materialism, for money, he did a poor job. This is a thing, right? And here's me holding men accountable. We men need to stop this BS. Stop catering to women in the sense that, oh, I need to what be PC. I need to be nice. I need to no. Men's job is to discipline. It is to instill fear into their children, right? Fear where they fear authority, they respect authority, right? And they need to instill into their children, right, a sense of reality, right? How the real world works, how the real world is. Because I think we have too many men just let their children do whatever. And too many men that feed into women's delusion. Like you could be a strong bit, you could be a strong B, right? You can be a boss B. You can be a strong independent woman. You can get all this BS, okay, to feed into their egos. I don't know what this father did, but I'm sorry, and I support men immensely, but I'm sorry, this man failed. If this is what he raised, if he was the primary, right, parent, and this is what he raised, I would see myself as a failure, right? I would see myself as a failure if my daughter turned out like this. I would see myself as a failure.
Best friend.
What does your dad think about your career choice?
And the whole crap of parents being best friends with their children, that is another mistake. That is no, I swear to God, in my opinion, parents are not best friends. They're not friends with their children. You're not friends. You are parent-child, right? There's a strict, right, clear order to it. Friends are equal, right? There's no equality when it comes to parents and children. No, that is what's ruining a lot of children nowadays. I don't know about you, but you see all these violent children, all these terrible ass children, shit like this, being friends with your children. That shit is like absolutely one of the worst parenting strategies ever, in my opinion. That's my opinion. Because this is the byproduct of it. Your best friend, right? Your best friend.
Doesn't know. I'm sure he has an idea.
Your daddy doesn't know that you a sugar baby?
He just
Why the hell
knows.
you come tell the world before your daddy about to know his coworker gonna show him this video?
I doubt it.
Girl,
He knows.
do you
think
not
so?
understand the magnitude of my show? Your daddy will find out after you. He's gonna find out now. So you told the whole world that you a sugar baby and your daddy didn't have no idea?
He has some sort of idea that I was doing something. He know I don't work no regular job.
Well, Father's Day is gonna be interesting for you this year.
I know.
Wait,
Damn.
I got a question. I guess it's a gift that people feel so comfortable telling me and the world, because I'm not sitting here by myself. Hundreds of thousands of people are going to see this video. I'm just trying to figure out.
And this is the thing, right? This is the thing. I get so many haters and detractors, which I love, right? Thank you for the haters. I love it. That you comment, because that's always great. I get so many commenters, haters, that tell me that, why am I talking about these women? It's on the internet. It's for the world to see. Kendra is not on a platform that is only for a small demographic of people, right? This video isn't privated or locked to, let's say, only the black community can watch these videos. Okay, so whoop-de-doo, it's not private. So this is for the world to see. And if you can see it, you can't have an opinion about it.
Parents, I didn't think my family would be watching the show. They're
Girl,
old.
when you are a highlight video, your whole family gonna see this.
Am I gonna be a highlight video though?
Absolutely. That's why the slogan is no videos come down.
Oh. Are my mom and dad, and that's just to protect it. Actually, not even my mom anymore. I told her about a month ago. So really it's only my dad that it's a secret from, and that's just to protect him.
Well, you ain't protecting more than enough because he know now. Someone said this. Chai Chu says she's lying about everything.
Why would I be lying about everything? I don't understand.
Okay.
I mean, women do lie for clout, for ego. I mean, they get a kick out of it. You know, the popularity or whatever. So
She says she's not lying.
I'm actually
The Henday
lying.
said, I'm a little older, so I have a different perspective. This woman's just going through her whole phase in life, just like Lori Harvey. We all had one.
Now that is
that right there, that donation that Kendra got, absolutely disgusting. That is why, that is the contribution or the reasoning, one of the reasonings why I'm saying the dating market sucks and is destroyed. It is ruined because of women right there. The support, the being okay, acknowledging, being fine with, the reality that a whole phase is fine, right? We all women do it, right? We all do it, the whole phase. What type of men do you think you're attracting after the whole phase? After the whole phase is over, what type of man you think you're attracting? Right? After you've been ran through by so many men that you could care less about, so many men that you didn't see as worthy long-term partners, you've been ran through by all those men. What type of man you think now you qualify for? What type of man you think now you will attract after you've been for the streets for so long? The whole phase by women, created by women, right? Supported, championed by women. What type of man you think you're going to get after that?
one paid comment that might be legit because I mentioned I didn't lose my virginity until I turned 20. And you know, I kept it in the box for a long time, and then once I let it out like crazy. So
she let it out like crazy. Alvi, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know if you were talking about how she had 10 bodies. She let it out like crazy. Yo, Mystic, I think you're wrong too. I don't think it's 20. I think it's like 30 or 50. So she let it out like crazy. So, crazy? I'm thinking 50 to 100. I don't know.
That might be legit.
The Henday 07. I don't agree that Lori Harvey's a hoe though. Lori Harvey was in relationships. So she's a hoe.
Lori Harvey was having of dudes.
But she was also a girlfriend. She was claimed by all the men she was with. So I don't understand.
You can never sick the baby mama. I love that.
Well, I don't think she wants children. I think she enjoys her youth and wanted to date, but that's another conversation. We're not here to talk about that. We can have difference of opinion. LII says, stop wasting our got dang time respectfully.
I don't know what to tell them.
Smoke City 2.0 said, nah, baby, you for the streets. We don't want you at all. Light-skinned women feel like they on top of the world.
What?
Never said that. I don't know where they got that from.
Okay. Nuex Vacancy, I think, said, girl, don't nobody want that used up cootie cutter. Finish your career and retire. SBC about to have a field day. By the way, love you, Auntie Kendra.
Okay.
Okay, then I'm gonna stop here and go back to my questions. Jeffrey Dad said, "Are you looking for a relationship or customers? I'm confused. She's on her Ashley Madison-ish. The Book of Luke, Uncle Luke. So do you want a relationship or are you just trying to get more people, more sugar daddies?"
I absolutely am not on for sugar daddies. This is not even the place to find that. I was really just trying to see, you have a lot of success stories and you have had other women that are the same career field as me. And I'm confused. Like, are usually the paid questions this mean? Because I remember I've watched other highlights and like girls were talking about they were full on prostitutes. And I don't remember you reading any paid questions and it being mean like that.
Well, I will say I've had sex workers before. They weren't always on the YouTube show. They were on different platforms. And the paid questions probably started on YouTube, I want to say maybe 4 months ago. So, but whether it was a paid question or not, the women that you're referring to, and one in particular, I remember she was in Toronto, she definitely got a lot of flack in the comment section. So the paid questions are just really what they're going to be saying about, huh?
White girl with the short hair?
Yes.
Yeah, like I didn't find anything wrong with I watched that
But she got a lot of people coming for her in the comment section. So the paid questions are just what you should expect to read in the comment section. They've definitely got it in the comment section too.
But we shouldn't.
Let's be honest. Like at this moment, we're 4 years in. You should know about my show. You should know about the energy.
Because we do the same things that people do when they date for free. Like we go out, we go on vacations, and then sometimes we'll sleep together, but I just get paid. So what's the difference?
This is the I think this is the problem with like a lot of modern women, modern relationships, right? They equate, money with sex. It's no longer, you actually love the person, like the person. You can see a future with the person. No, is that what? This person is giving me A, I'm giving them B. That's the difference. That's the difference with a lot of men are just like they're giving up, or they just see you as another hole to pay for. Because this is the thing with women where they seem to not understand, at least this young woman, which is again kind of a reflection of how her parents failed her. That if you can't see a clear, distinct difference between a relationship transactional relationship that you had with a sugar daddy, and the difference with a relationship with a man that you love, that you like, that's a problem. Because this is where it's not true transactional, right? If you love somebody, if you both love each other, you don't feel like it's transactional. Because let's say if you have sex, you both feel like it's equal, right? You don't feel like if she's having sex with her sugar daddy, it's something that she's giving him, right? Giving him for what she's taking from him. That's the difference. When, let's say, if you're in a relationship, you're not thinking about give and take. You're thinking about, I love this person. I want to give this person my body. It's not because he gave me something. No, because he loves me and I love him. That's the difference. It's more a commitment, more emotional, right? An emotional level. Sugar daddy, sugar baby, it's more transactional.
Except for the fact that I are getting my bills paid. What's the difference for a girl that dates men regularly and for free? Really?
Okay, well let's get into them. Okay, let me answer that for you. What you have to realize, and I think all women have to realize, let's say you are trying to be bought by a man, right? Your goal is here to get a guy. So you want a good guy, as you said, a God-fearing man at that. And I'm gonna put this in an example of a product so women can understand, right? So it's not about, some women might agree with you. Some women might say, well, she's doing the right thing. At least she getting money, you know, while she has sex. Like, there might be women that might agree with you, but guess what? You're not here for other women. You're here for a man. And what you're telling us is you want a man to buy you. You want a man to take you off the shelf from all other men. Well, men who usually buy women, i.e. marry them, they like exclusivity. They're looking for something that they can say is their own. Nobody else has had this before. So when you come up here and you say,
that is true, right? No man wants a woman that he knows plenty of other men have had. I mean, nowadays men aren't stupid. They know that women aren't virgins. But the issue is that the more women have sex with so many men, this is like, and I've heard stories of men. Let's have it like a story I heard where a guy was working. His boss saw his wife at a party, and you know told the guy that he's been with that. That is absolutely heartbreaking to any man. Okay, it is heartbreaking to any man to know, to see, okay, to talk to another man and know that that man that you're talking to has done your significant other. It is absolutely heart-shattering. So no man wants to go through that. And men hear those stories so many times, they fear it. It's a very fearful story because that is heartbreaking.
that you are a woman for a lot of men. And now there are some men who are not interested in buying women. Those are the men that's probably gonna hit you up because they like, she my type of speed. She cute. She just wants some money, fun times. I don't gotta keep up with her. You might be perfect for a married man, to be quite honest. A married man who's probably not satisfied in his marriage, wants a weekend girl, knows he can give you some money and not have to worry about no backlash of you getting back to his wife. Now, the man that might be looking for a wife, you may be a turnoff to him because this man knows you're not exclusive.
Yeah.
So I think what you have to understand is who you're asking to buy you and the way you're selling yourself.
Can I say something really quick, Kendra?
Of course.
So I don't be like talking to too many people about this except for my homegirls. And I do want to say now I understand why that one comment said like you are wasting time, but like at the same time you have to understand, I guess I've been living delusion that bit. Because once you explained everything, it actually totally makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, you got to understand the male's perspective. You got to ask the guy that is seeking you. I don't know if there's any serious opportunities in those spaces because they've already proven that they're willing to give you money for you being who you are.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, I'm asking you, do you know your deal breakers?
I just don't want him to have been convicted of any violence.
Oh, you told me that. Okay, you did tell me that. We went past that. Should he look a certain way?
No, I don't really care about looks too much. Just be well groomed.
Be well groomed. Now, what about money? Because you're used to men with money.
If it's a guy that is gonna be my soulmate, you don't gotta be hella rich or nothing. Just have your own thing and take care of yourself. And then if we were to have a kid while I'm pregnant, I don't want to have to work.
So once you get pregnant, you don't want to have to work?
While I'm pregnant, no. And then once I have our baby, for like the first year, while it's like a little baby, I don't want to work. And then after, when I'm old enough to go to daycare, then I'll become a real estate agent.
Okay. So there's no money requirement, but enough money when it's time for you to have a baby.
Yeah, but we have to keep in mind that I live in California. I live in a really, really expensive area. So like, you know, you gotta like. I'm not really sure with like how much you have to make yearly to be able to select support a family out here, but I think it's probably about like 80K or something. I don't know.
Well, I would think it would be hard for you to be with a man that doesn't have money because you're used to men with money. So how is that going to work when you're used to men giving you money all the time? And now maybe there's a guy who might care for you but can't afford you. How would you even respect that guy?
Yes. Um, the only things that make me not respect a guy is when he's like hella insecure and stuff. But I guess actually it's understandable why he would be insecure because usually when I talk to guys, I just tell them I'm a dancer because that's what I used to do. And then they be like really insecure.
She used to be a dancer. This woman is like, I mean, I don't know how many people have dated dancers and have success stories. Again, this is why her father is a failure of a father. Not saying he's not a good man or whatever, but as a father, he failed. This woman used to be a dancer, one of her many jobs. Now is escort or sugar baby. What? This is again. She keep on saying she wants a good man. I'm sorry, you are on the track to never getting a good man. She's cute, young, right? I'm not saying it's impossible. Not impossible. There's always simply good men out there, right? That will ignore these red flags and think that he can save. He can save a hoe, right? He can save her from the streets. But I'm saying that a lot of these women can't be saved because their past has now ruined them. This is a thing where women like one of the things why I say life experience, right? Life experience for women is not a good thing. The more life experience women have, right? I.e., if they get older and they experience a lot of things, is not good for women because most likely those life experiences have not been positive ones, right? Being a dancer, being a sugar baby, being with multiple men, many men, having many baby daddies, all these terrible experiences will build up walls in your heart, right? Will rot your brain, right? All these bad experiences have made you jaded, made you aggressive, made you disagreeable, just made you a hard person to be with. So these life experience, even though she's young, she's been through a lot. It seems like. Well, those will not translate into good, productive relationship skills. So, would she qualify for a good man? Not really, but will she ruin a good man? Most likely, right?
Care about that. So then I don't be respecting them because it's like, what the hell? Yeah.
Okay, so 80K is what you're saying. Kayla, let's do the Kendra Cam.
Okay. I'm wearing my because I'm about to go somewhere, but hopefully you can see my body good enough. It's tight. So we'll see. But,
Okay, you seem like you're small.
yeah, I am 5'2" and I weigh 110.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Okay. Kayla, so you told us your profession. When was your last relationship outside of your profession?
And this is the thing, right? Even good men, they like attractive women. She's not terrible. She's not terrible. She's petite. She's not big, right? So, again, does she qualify for good men? Not really, but will she not get good men? I'm not saying that, but she would definitely ruin good men.
Well, are we talking about a serious relationship? Like really serious?
Yeah.
Okay. The last time I had a really serious relationship was probably 4 years ago. Yeah, 4 years ago. And like that was a boy that like I lived with and everything. But um that was before I started doing any type of like I was not a sugar baby. I was not dancing. I was like fresh out of college and stuff. Well, I had like left college to go be with him and then like I went back. But yeah. I still like date guys or whatever now, but it never ends well because they're always like insecure. So 4 years ago was my most serious relationship where I lived with someone.
Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask, when's the last time you was intimate with someone?
Mm, I think it's been like about a week.
Was that one of your sugar daddies?
Yes.
Okay.
The last,
Let me read this. Wait, what you gonna say?
oh, sorry. I was gonna say the last time I've been intimate without paid was about a month ago.
Oh, without being paid was a month ago. Okay. Dream Edmond said, I thought God preaches for us to not pass judgments and give those a chance who are seeking the change. She said she would give it up. Well, Dream Edmond, this is the problem right here. God don't pass judgment, but people do. Men pass judgment, women pass judgment. When you're gonna learn only God loves you unconditionally and your mama. This is the problem right here because y'all expected humans to love you the way God love you. And that's the biggest lie. And wake the hell up from that dream. Dreaming, you dreaming. I see why your name is Dreaming, because you're dreaming. This is the problem right here. Y'all don't want to have real talk. Y'all don't want to have real talk and let her know sincerely how she's being perceived by other men. And this is how other women at times keep women in a cycle.
One of the few times, right, Kendra is on point. Women are poisoning other women because they want to spread that delusion. They want to, this is the thing, right? Talking about the whole phase. They want to, oh, it's not a big deal, right? It's cool. We're all women do it. So it's fine. It's not a big deal. Shit like that, right? That poisoning, it's ruining women. And then good men don't want to deal with it. And then you say, these men are terrible. These men are toxic. No, these men have self-respect. These men have boundaries and standards. Sad thing that these women supposedly scream that they have, yet have whole phases. Do you really have standards?
Because there's hateful criticism and there's constructive criticism with love. And at the end of the day, Kayla, real talk is you can be who you want to be in this world. But for the type of man you said you want, he's going to judge your behavior. So Dream, wake the hell up and be in the real world with the rest of us.
I don't understand that comment either because the first half was like correct. And then at the end, she said she would give it up. What does that have to do with anything that has to do with it? And I got this tat that said Dream Girl. And like before I got the tat, I called my mom on the phone and I like admitted everything. Like I told her everything and I was like, I'm getting this tat because I want to become my own dream girl. And my own dream girl doesn't live that type of life. And when I was younger, I thought that being my dream girl would be like physical, you know? But now I realize because I'm getting older, my dream girl is not just being beautiful outside. It's like how, you know, the type of lifestyle I live as well. And I've been like so blind. Like I actually deleted my Instagram like a year ago, but like I was so blind following all these like IG models. When I was in ATL, I was hanging out with them.
She's 25, right? Now, it would be great. It would be great if she does a 360, right? People have passes, so it's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal because people have pass. What makes it a big deal is that women say, "Oh, I want to change this, all this crap." Problem is, your pass is practically for a long time. A lot of women, they don't change. They really don't. And most likely, they don't change until it's too late. So let's say she's 25. And at 25, she's saying, oh, I want to change. Oh, I want to stop all this. Blah, blah, blah. Most likely, this will continue until she's 30. this is the issue that a lot of men have. Women don't truly make change or have an epiphany or whatever until they wasted their youth. Men are attracted to beauty. A lot of times that beauty comes along with youth. So this is the problem with a lot of women. They waste their beauty and youth on crap like this, right? On this lifestyle, the whole phase, sugar babies, men for money, all these crap. They waste it. And then there's like, oh my God, I'm 30, I'm 35, I'm 40. I want a good man. Oh, I want to change. I'm a baby mama, all this crap, right? That, you know what? You didn't change. Only now that, you know what, you are past your prime, you know, that you're past you're almost you hit the wall or you're past the wall, and now you want a good man. So good men will see that, okay, now that you have passed your prime, you hit or almost hit the wall. You've been through all this crap. You know, you've been through all this trauma. You had all these sugar babies. You had all these toxic men, all these things. Now you want me, a good man. How is that a good thing for good men? How is that? Okay, now that you have been through so much shit, you have wasted your youth and beauty, I get you at the end, right? After you have wasted your beauty, took on all this trauma, as a good man, that's when I get you. That is not a good thing, a good look for good men.
And I thought that's how I wanted to live, like, but now I'm realizing, like, no, I actually like a simple life. I love taking care of my house and taking care of my cats and hanging out with my family. And so, yeah.
I will say this. I give young passes. I know some people don't give young passes. I do. I say you're 25. I say, here's the deal. We are all doing this. I believe in the law of attraction. You're always attracting the energy that you put out, like whatever. And if you don't like the energy that you're receiving, all you can do is change yourself to receive another energy. But I believe in young behavior, and I believe that time teaches, and I do believe you could change. But I will say this on my show today, as a luxury companion, yes, the man that you might want to take you serious probably is not going to take you serious. But do I think that you're going to have a lack of men? No, I think you actually might have a lot of men that might reach out to you. So I think you'll get a high probability of guys, to be quite honest. The question is, are they going to be the type of guys you really want? What are 3 flaws you want to work on?
I think that's it. I mean, it's gone on for a while, so let's stop there for that video, for this clip, because I said what I said, right? You guys could check out the rest of the video and stuff like that. I just think women like this, they need to change sooner rather than later. At 25, you're close to the wall, right? Or at 30 is like really the wall for women, right? It's like their epiphany age. So it is better to change sooner rather than later, if you want a quality guy. Because I do not think how women go about life, good men deserve that. I don't think good men deserve shitty women. That's my opinion. So, yeah. All right, so
Go ahead.
all right, let's get into the heart of the video, right? These next 2 clips are this video and another one later. Is one of the things why I think women are contributing to the deterioration of society, of Western culture, right? Because you hear all this, the woke nonsense, the leftist ideology, all these people that are essentially deteriorating Western culture, in my opinion. Whether you guys can have a different viewpoint or not, right? It's that these are the women are at the center stage, in my opinion, because women are getting more power than ever. Women are contributing to society more and more, right? Jobs, they're getting higher positions or whatever, right? They're getting recognition, or they're getting views or whatever, or their voice is being heard. And I think it's not a good thing, right? Because especially with a lot of these modern day women. So let's watch this clip.
Oh, hi, my name is Kayla. I'm graduating from NYU Gallatin, and my concentration is economic inequality in the U.S. and Caribbean.
Period. Hey, my name is Nayeli. I'm from Gallatin, and my concentration is spiritual healing.
I don't know. They said their concentration. Maybe please explain to me, right? Because I haven't been schooling, like, I haven't been to college in a long time. Is that their major, their degree, so their concentration? Because this woman right here. Well, we'll talk about that, but I didn't understand that. So keep that with a grain of salt.
Hi, my name is Eliel, and I concentrated in Black storytelling.
Hey, my name is Gabby. My concentration is called Exploring Colonialism and Sustainable Economic Development.
Period.
I'm Alexia, and my concentration is creativity as communication, how the arts act as a language outside of verbal communication. Period.
Okay, like I said, if these are majors,
Oh, hi, my name is
we're gonna dissect these things, right? Again, please correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if these are majors, right? These are degrees, actual degrees, okay? But like I said, if these are degrees, these are shitty degrees. These don't make sense. I'm going to dissect them one by one, right? One of the biggest things, okay, women talk about, the pay gap, right? Men are making more money than women. People don't know how that works. It is a study that includes all jobs. So a lawyer would be compared to one of these, if these are whatever degrees these are, right? Just let's say the liberal arts degree, right? A liberal arts degree, right? Whatever job you get from a liberal arts degree. I don't know if it's a degree. Looper, I don't know if that's a degree or not. So I don't understand. But we'll talk about that. But like a liberal arts degree, right? The job that comes out from a liberal arts degree, which I don't know what, compared to a lawyer degree, right? A law degree. Those two jobs, whatever job that would be, they put the same salary, right, together and make a comparison. So yes, men make more money than women, but it's skewed. Its study is weird, right? So women love to use the pay gap for some kind of crazy ass reason, but they don't understand how that study goes about. So that study goes about is that it compares all professions, right? They combine all men's professions or professions that men go into compared to all what professions women go into. And that is the insanity of the pay gap. Right? So we'll talk more about these, right? So let's dissect these insanity.
Oh, hi, my name is Kayla. I'm graduating from NYU Gallatin, and my concentration is economic inequality in the U.S. and Caribbean.
Period.
So her degree is the economic equality in the U.S. and the Caribbean. What job is that? What job? Like these degrees, these studies, concentrations, whatever that means. What kind of job will you get out of these? This is the insanity, right? Women think they come out of school, right, with, I don't know, usually like a marketing degree, right? Or, I don't know, like I said, a liberal arts degree. And they expect or think that, oh, I'm going to make just as much as an engineer Right? I should make just as much as an engineering student. When your degree does what for humanity? Does what for society? Nothing. Nothing. What? How does that even correlate an economics inequality in the U.S. and the Caribbean? What? I'm sorry. This ain't that can't be a 6-figure degree, right? I mean, like, women are literally getting into debt. They're getting into debt for these degrees, for these.
In the U.S. and Caribbean.
Period.
Hey, my name is Nayeli. I'm Lucky Allison, and my concentration is
Her concentration is spiritual healing, and this is the thing, right? These degrees, or I'm sorry, I don't even know what these degrees. I haven't Googled it, right? But if these are degrees, I'm going about these are degrees. If these are degrees, that school has failed you. That school is literally putting you into debt to give you fake ass degrees, idiotic degrees. Spiritual healing. What is that? Those people that do tantric healings and smoke incense. Really? That's what you got into debt to get a degree in? I'm sorry, right? And this is the thing, right? Why men have slowly but surely stopped going to college. More men than ever are, instead of going to college, they are going to trade school. I'm all for that. Instead of going into debt for whack-ass degrees, men are being more logical and actually getting into a trade. 100% agree with that way of thinking. Now, for men that's not even doing anything, I think that's, please, you're going on a bad path, right? Please do something with your life. But don't do spiritual healing. Don't get into debt to be a spiritual healer. Absolutely nonsensical. I mean, an economics degree, I get it. But economics in inequality, right? The focus on inequality in the US and the Caribbean. Is that a strictly economics degree? And to focus on the US and the Caribbeans, it's like, I guess it's just, is there a profession for doing those two? I don't know.
Hi, my name is Eliel, and I concentrated in Black storytelling.
Concentration on Black storytelling. You know what? Maybe the first one, most likely this one, sounds like, I don't know, become a teacher, right? Might as well just be a teacher. Concentration on Black storytelling. It's just that I find this hilarious when women are the ones who talks about the pay gap. Yet it is not men's fault that the pay gap exists. Right? This is true facts. It is not men's fault that the pay gap exists. It is women. Because when you let women freely choose, right? No force whatsoever. Women will choose absurdity. Women won't choose engineering. They won't choose finance, math, science, technology. Technology, right? None of these are technology-based degrees. No. Black storytelling. You choose Black storytelling, and then you wonder why you're making nothing. Now, I'm not, like I said, maybe you become a teacher, right? Because there are courses, obviously there are courses, on Black storytelling. That's how she got her degree. But will that make you a living, an actual living? I don't think so.
my concentration is called Exploring Colonialism and Sustainable Economic Development.
Here, exploring colonialism and suitable economic development. Honestly, none of these degrees have actual jobs outside of the education system. Because obviously, the education system is teaching this crap. So, this is the problem. The education system, you ain't getting paid. Being a teacher, you're not getting paid. You're not. You're making nothing. So, again, something else that women predominantly go into, education. And they think that they should be on equal terms with an engineer, with a lawyer, with a finance job. Ridiculous.
I'm Alexia, and my concentration is creativity as communication, how the arts act as a language outside of verbal communication. Period.
Creativity as communication. Is that? I don't know. Will companies want to hire that? But again, these degrees are absurd. I can't not find any meaningfulness in any of these degrees. Yes, if you are going to work into education system and reteach these crap that you learn from all these other people, then yeah, you have a job. But will you have a livable, good paying job? I'm sorry, you wait. And that's the thing. That's the thing where women seem to be delusional about. You cannot talk about the pay gap when women are the ones that are the contributor to it. Women's are the one who pretty much made the disparity in the pay gap. Because women predominantly either go into these whack-ass professions, these no-nonsense, having these no-nonsense degrees, or they go into like these low-paying jobs. So no duh that the pay gap exists. But again, it's not men's fault. It's women's free will. This sounds like a liberal arts degree, right? The creativity as communication. This is like a fancy way of saying liberal arts. I mean, these titles. It's been so long since I've been to school, right? It's been so long since I've been to school, and I cannot imagine the insanity of school now, right? All these crazy ass degrees, or the names of all these degrees. What are these people paying for? It's like they're pretty much paying to ruin their lives. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, like I said, right? These steps, right, will be big contributors and why they will be failing. Honestly, I can't see many of these women succeeding with these degrees. I can't see them succeeding. So, what in turn will they do? Complain. They will blame society for how the failures of their life. When a lot of people don't understand, you are the common denominator. You are what pretty much made your life fail. So, yeah. I mean, I think it's ridiculous, but I don't know. What do you guys think? All right, so here's another one where I wanted to. You know what? Yo, Nicholas, I'm the same way. I hated school. But I like learning. I like learning new things. I really like learning new things. I think that school just did it wrong. I honestly think that school really made things just, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how to fix it, right? I wouldn't know how to fix it. I just felt school really just made things I don't know. I'm not saying I have all the answers. I just think school has failed us and it didn't make it any better. But I'm not saying I have any answers to it, so. Alright, so let's react to this video. I thought this was really interesting.
Should squatters have rights? Not as in human rights, but squatting rights. It's been conflated a lot today, so I just wanted to make that clear.
I think we should abolish private property.
Really?
Yes.
You don't think anyone should be able to own property?
I think that as things exist, squatting should be allowed because people own property. Property shouldn't just sit empty, and if they are, they should be seized by people who need them. We should work towards a world where people can have housing that's not based on how much money you have or how much access to capital or resources. It should just be a basic resource. And so if squatting is a means to like obtain that necessary right, that like intrinsic dignified right, which is not a human right, but access to housing is, and squatting as something that's illegal, I think the legality of it should be usurped for the necessity of access to material resources like housing.
Absolutely idiotic. This is the thing, right?
Should squatter...
I'm not saying that there's no stupid men out there. There are plenty. But this is the thing where I think women's voices are more heard than men. Because these protests, these demonstrations, all these things, women are usually at the forefront of these things, right? And then a lot of times men follow because a lot of men, they follow wherever the box goes. So this is the thing where I think women have a bigger influence than they think they do. And because of how women are, men will change their opinion to fit women. Because men want women. So this is the simpler thing, right? My opinion, men want women, so they will change their way of thinking, their opinions, to fit the women that they want. So, you know, that's an easy access, possibly easy access to these women by being woke, being leftist, having these crazy ass thoughts. So, yeah, let's go about this again.
Have rights, not as in human rights, but squatting rights. It's been conflated a lot today, so I just wanted to make that clear.
I think we should abolish private property.
This is absolutely insane, right? And this goes to when people don't, and people, women, don't think about, if it doesn't happen to you, you don't care, right? You can say all the BS you want. But these are the thing where they don't think about themselves. They don't think, oh, this will never happen to me. This is the thing. Private property being abolished, like, it is so amazing to me that women will be scared, right? Scared to walk alone at night. But it is okay for you to think that let's abolish private property. So the home that you go to, you have no right to that home. No private property, right? So any man can come into your home because it is not your home. So that's logical to you? And then you, on the flip side, you said you're scared of men. You're scared to walk alone at night. Yet you are stupid enough to say that let's abolish private property. Does that not apply to you as well? This is a lot of things, right? where women like this, modern day women, the woke people, they like to distinguish themselves. They think like, oh, I'm the small people, right? I'm talking about the big and rich people. Rules usually apply to all. I mean, or it's like, or you know what? The world isn't as fair as people want it to be. So when you say abolish private property, people are not just going to think, oh, let's abolish private property just for the rich. No, it's usually going to happen to the middle class or the poor. So the absurdity to think that it's shit like this will affect you.
Really?
Yes.
You don't think anyone should be able to own property?
I think that as things exist, squatting should be allowed because people own property. Property shouldn't just sit empty, and if they are, they should be seized by people who need them. We should work.
Property. See this squat. This is like absolutely ridiculous.
Towards a world where people can have housing that's not based on how much money you have or how much access to capital or resources. It should just be a basic resource. And so if squatting is a means to like obtain that necessary right, that like
you know what? Like, I'm not saying I'm a lefty or righty, whatever, right? I do think that we do need to help out each other, right? I think there's so many fights between left and right. I think it doesn't help nobody, right? Stupidity doesn't help anyone. I think we do need to do things more to help out each other. I think there's so many housings, right? So many buildings, empty buildings, truly empty buildings that are not being used at all. This is a thing where she's not thinking about. Private property also includes homes, right? People's homes. This is a thing where it is not right for people to work hard and buy property just for people who had not contributed to that can step in and take that home because they squatted there. No, there are actual, like, I've drove past it, like really big ass buildings that are dilapidated or unused. Those should be subsidized, right? Those should be turned into apartment buildings or shit like that. So those things I do agree with. But private property, homes, right? That's ridiculous. No one has a right to people's properties that you never contributed to. You pretty much are stealing.
Dignified right, which is not a human right, but access to housing is. And squatting as something that's illegal, I think the legality of it should be usurped for the necessity of access to material resources like housing.
And this is the thing where women don't understand, right? When things like crap like this, right, is, let's hypothetical, passed into law, it can be interpreted in many ways. So if you go on a vacation, so you're not using your home, if a squatter does come into your home, well, technically you weren't using it. So they squatted there, they can take your home. That's the insanity. That is the insanity of laws, where it can be misinterpreted or reinterpreted or just interpreted differently to make it right. And I've been there and I've done that. I've seen it. I mean, I've seen squatters happen, right? I've seen them do it. So this is a thing where, honestly, if you are not intelligent enough, or if you can't understand the repercussions of the things you say, probably don't say it, right? And that's, I think, a lot of issues where women don't understand that there are heavy consequences to the ideals you have, because those ideals will pass on to other people. You know, a lot of days, I don't know about you guys, I've been seeing more and more like these protests around the world, all these people, and it's like, I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like we are not going about things right, and I think the world is just going to shit, right? And I don't know. I don't think it's going in a good way. And a lot of times I just think, and these are just my opinions, right? It's just, we are not helping nobody with these way of thinking, these protests, these how people are going about things. I don't think it's changing anything. It's not. I don't think so. Like the whole Middle Eastern stuff, right? Which is, I think, is a lot of BS. Because again, we're not even doing better in our own country, and then we care about someone else's country. I think that's a whole lot of crap. So, a lot of times I don't think we are focusing on improving our society. Like I said, let's say in this situation, right? The whole abolishing private property thing is idiotic. But like I said, if we could subsidize or change, like really focus on dilapidated or abandoned buildings, that's different. We should have people championing that, fighting for that, doing that. So I don't know. I think that's I just think something like this was ridiculous. So, but I wanted to share it. So I don't know. What do you guys think?
If you had a daughter,
Okay, so I wanted to react to this clip because I think this is, well, we'll see why I wanted to react to this, but this is a part of the whole bear versus man thing, and which I've talked about it before, so I think that's idiotic. But how this woman goes about it is very telling, right? Because I think it's really trying to push misandry. So let's we'll watch it one time and then react to it, break it down, okay?
if you had a daughter, would you rather her be in the woods with a man or a bear?
A man.
Why would you not rather her be in the woods with a bear?
Well, is it
Because
like,
a bear will kill her and eat her. For a fact. That's for a fact.
That's not for a fact.
That is
not
for a
all
fact.
bears kill and eat. And if you avoid the bear, but like, why is the man in the woods? What is the man doing in the woods?
What is my daughter doing in the woods? What is my daughter doing in the woods?
It's just the whole thing is like, if a man is in the woods and you're in the woods, he probably has ill intentions towards you, whereas a bear is just acting off of
was there
instinct.
like a pretext?
You don't know anything about the guy.
I'd rather this 12,000-pound animal with teeth and claws. I'd rather be in there because you can't just trust all men.
I'd rather be in the woods with a bear than a guy.
There's a small percentage of men that do bad things, but women generalize all men doing bad things. Most men doing bad things when it's really a small percentage. If you get 100 guys in a room, one of those guys might be a creep.
If you had a daughter.
The insanity. So you can see, right? This is very indicative of lots, in my opinion, majority of women, right? They want to push this kind of ideal that most or all men are terrible. All men are, most or all men are abusive, dangerous, creeps, whatever. That's the disgustingness of it. And here's the insanity. We'll go this.
Would you rather her be in the woods with a man or a bear?
A man.
Why would you not rather her be in the woods with a bear?
Well, is it
Because a bear will kill her and eat her. For
You
a
don't-
fact. That's for a fact.
That's not for a fact.
That is
Not
for a
all
fact.
bears kill and eat. And if you avoid the
Not all bears kill and eat. I mean, all bears kill and eat. Okay? All bears kill and eat. They are predators. I mean, they eat fruits and stuff too, but they predominantly kill and eat. But here's the thing. The insanity for her, not all bears kill and eat. Which is, she's already stupid for that, but fine. Not all bears kill and eat.
bear, but like, why is the man in the woods? What is the man doing in the woods?
What is my daughter doing in the woods? What is my daughter doing in the woods?
It's just the whole thing is like, if a man is in the woods and you're in the woods, he probably has ill intentions towards you.
So, not all bears kill and eat. But if a man is in the woods, he will have ill intentions. That is the absurdity of it. The absolute insanity. Here's a woman that could say, not all bears will kill you. But if a man, which is, you're practically saying all men, or most men, majority of men, they would do something bad to you. So, how, that's the insanity of that, right? The insanity that you would think that, okay, not all bears would do it, but all men would? It is like, here's the insanity of women, because women should know most men have not done something bad to them, right? There's not a single woman out there in the world will say all or a majority of men that I've interacted with have done something bad to me. Not a single woman. There will not be a single woman out there, I'm pretty sure, that could say majority of men that I've interacted with, right? Not even to say in relationships, right? I'm not just saying relationships, but I've interacted with have done something bad to me. But this is the insanity. Bears, they don't care about you. They don't care if you're a woman. They don't care. They don't care if you're weaker. They don't care. They care if they're hungry, they will kill you. If they hell, not even if they're hungry. If they feel like it, they will kill you. They will maul the shit out of you. Right? Unless it's a panda. But I've seen pandas do some stuff. But I mean, not all pandas. Right? Not all. But again, the insanity of it. Bears are predators. They're unpredictable as well. You cannot communicate with a bear. But you will rather be in the woods with an animal that is a predator, that is immensely bigger than you, and you can't predict it, and you can't communicate with it. You can't outrun a bear. You're not going to be able to outrun a bear. You can't outfight. You can't do anything against a bear. Yet a man that you can talk to, a man that's most likely not going to do something bad to you, is too dangerous. This is the misandry you see, right? This is the misandry you see, the propaganda that's spewed out. Here's a woman that says, not all bears will kill you, but men, they will do something bad to you. This is the thing, right? This way of thinking is spread out because this is, again, we live in a day and age of social media, and social media is wide reaching. This is why I find this disgusting. Okay? Because this is the sad part of it. Most men would never or have never done something bad to a woman. But in women's eyes, most men have. Right? In women's eyes, most men are creeps. Most men are dangerous. If not all. And this is the thing that's heartbreaking. Because now you are affecting a generation of men to think that they are just dangerous. Men are feeling like, I'm dangerous, So I have to stay away from women. And this is the problem. This is the problem. This affects good men. This will affect good men because bad men, they will be bad regardless of what you think. They will do harm to you regardless of what you think. Because bad men will break laws even though that they know that they're laws. That won't change any shit. That won't change nothing, right? That won't change nothing because bad men will do bad regardless of what anyone say, regardless of what laws are out there. So what does these affect? These affect good men, sometimes weak men, sometimes young men. Okay? This will affect a generation of men. Men that think, along with the Me Too movement, all this shit, this will affect a generation of men where they perceive that, okay, I'm violent, I'm dangerous, so I need to stay away from women. How is that helpful? That will make these men, turn these men potentially into the whole incel epidemic, right? The whole incel men. Because now these men have to stay away from women. These years of staying away from women, well, that does not make a productive man. That doesn't make a good man. Right? That makes a man that's dejected and hateful of society. This is, again, this misandry that you see so much nowadays. Honestly, I think it's disgusting. I really think that it is disgusting. And I think it is poisoning and affecting a generation of young men.
Whereas a bear is just acting off of
Was there
instinct.
like a pretext?
You don't know anything about the guy.
I'd rather this 12,000-pound animal with teeth and claws. I'd rather be in there because you can't just trust all men.
I'd rather be in the woods with a bear than a guy.
There's a small percentage of men that do bad things, but women generalize all men doing bad things, most men doing bad things, when it's really a.
And that's the thing, right? That's the disgustingness of it. Where, see, this is along with the dating whole thing, right? The whole dating thing. Women generally interact. They interact with a small subset of men. Women are generally they are attracted because here's the thing. Most women find most men unattractive. So the men that are unattractive are a small subset of men. So most women interact, or they're attracted to, or they go after, or they are interested in a small group of men. And then those group of men either cheat on them, lie to them, abuse them, treat them bad, whatever. So these small subset of men, the Chads, the Tyrones, the players, the bad boys, whatever, the Pookies, the Ray Rays, treat them bad, okay? These small amount of men treat them bad, and what does that do? Men are cheaters. All men are cheaters. All men are liars. Men are terrible. Men are abusive. Men are violent. Really? Really? Men? No. It is the men that you choose to interact with. Not men. Not men. That's the insanity of it, because most women find most men invisible. They don't even notice or see the men that the cashier, the men that walk by them. Most women find they find most men invisible to them. So they don't notice most men, and yet this is the insanity that they put a blanket statement on most to all men, that men are cheaters, men are violent, men are dangerous. Really? I've never done I've never done any, violent thing to a woman like that. I think most men haven't. And yet they are labeled as dangerous, as violent. How's that going to affect most men, right? Especially if they're young, or they're not as strong-minded. That's honestly a dangerous thing. In my opinion, it's a dangerous thing. because it will poison a lot of men's minds. So, insanity. And that is the insanity that women are spewing up. I'd rather be in the woods with a dangerous animal than a man that I can talk to, that a higher percentage that he won't be dangerous, but I'd rather be with a bear that I cannot predict. Absolutely insane. That's why, this is why I'm saying this is a big contributor of why society is feeling. Because women are treating men like shit, right? Treating men like shit, labeling men all these crap, the misandry that's happening. Well, that is a big contributor of why I think society is deteriorating. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know. We've gone on. I usually like to go, the streams. I usually like to go about, an hour and 30, because no one wants to see me for like, 2 hours or more. So, I think it's fun. I don't want to take you guys all night, right? I don't want to waste all your guys' time. Some of you guys got work. Some of you guys got more to do. I like to, squeeze in an hour of your day. Hopefully you guys can squeeze in about an hour or so of your day, to hang out with your brother here. So, again, I think it's been a fun live. I've always enjoyed making these lives with you guys, right? Alvy, you're amazing. Nicholas, Mystic, you guys are amazing. You guys are brothers, right? You guys are brothers to me. So, yeah. I mean, you know what? That's probably the thing. Most women think bears are like Smokey the Bear. They think bears are like pandas. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. These are beasts that are like 8-9 foot tall. I mean, women are ridiculous. Women are ridiculous. But yeah, yo, Alvy, all the love, man. You guys are amazing. Yo, Nicholas, thank you. Thank you for enjoying my content. You guys are amazing. Yeah. Again, I think it was a good live. I enjoyed you guys always stopping by, commenting, supporting me however you guys can. So you guys are amazing. Again, thank you for all the help. Thank you for all the support. Hope you guys have a good rest of the night. All right. See you guys. See you, Alvy, Nicholas, Mystic. Have a good rest.